Hello children, how are you all? Fine? Yes? Okay. So today we will start geography chapter 4, that is agriculture. Okay? So the second chapter and third chapter this year it is not there in your syllabus. So we will start agriculture, that is your chapter 4. Okay? From this chapters also many questions came in the board exams in the year 2011, 2013 and all. Okay, that questions I will send you afterwards. Okay, so here agriculture. So agriculture is a primary activity, that is more than 60% of the population is engaged in agriculture. Okay, so this agriculture we are not producing for ourselves only. Okay, to make our country self-sufficient, we are using this as raw materials for industries. Okay, also when we produce more, then only we export also, isn't it? So we are also getting food security, raw materials for tertiary sector and secondary sector. Okay, and these two sectors are also coming, and export is also there. That is the reason why agriculture is important. Okay, now comes the types of farming. In your book, 3 types of farming it is given. Okay, substance that is and under subsistence farming 2 are there, primitive and intensive. Okay, so before that some more points to discuss about agriculture, that is agriculture is an age old activity. Okay, it is an age old activity. It is not कि newly it came, नया आया है. Agriculture is there from the very beginning, not only in our country, rather all over the world. As the technology is increasing day by day, evolution and population is increasing. Okay, so the methods of cultivation is also developing. Okay, next is what, that it depends on many factors like geographical factors, that is where you will do farming, to whom you are doing farming, for how many years you are doing farming, and how many technology you are using. Okay, so many other factors are there which we discuss further. Okay, now comes to types of farming. So types of farming: primitive subsistence farming, intensive subsistence farming and commercial farming. Okay, and then plantation agriculture it is also there. Okay, so first comes primitive subsistence farming. Okay, the word primitive itself means old, that means purani. Okay, so primitive subsistence farming means old way of farming. Okay, that is, it means primitive farming, this farming is performed in a very small patches, means they take a very large land, and from that a small patch is taken and burned, and then in that ashes, जो बच जाता है ashes, seeds are sown, and in that crops are cultivated for 1 to 2 years. ठीक है, उसको जला दिया जाता है. आफ्टर दैट जो ashes बच जाता है उसमें, okay, that in that ashes seeds are grown. Okay, and after that we take another patch of the same land and do the same process. So this process will continue in primitive subsistence. Okay, and the first patch which we had taken, that we used to leave it for 16 to 18 years, हम छोड़ देते हैं उसको, so that it can again regenerate its fertility and soil again becomes fertile, so that it can give good crops. Okay, so this pattern is what we call primitive subsistence farming. And this primitive and in this what happened, primitive tools are used, that means पुराने जो tools थे agriculture के, that are used. That is, at that time what happened, क्योंकि वो पुराना method था, at that time no technology, not depend on irrigations and all, it depends on natural rainfall, natural fertility of the soil, no chemicals, no fertilizers, no machines, isn't it? Obviously, as it is a primitive, okay, purana hai, as technology is also not used, production would also be limited, because everything we are depending on natural things. So this farming is mostly used for self consumption, खुद के लिए किया जाता था. And this agriculture is also called slash and burn. Okay, this is also known as slash and burn. As I already said, that it is burned and then seeds are sown in the ashes. Okay, and who practice this primitive farming? Mostly tribals use these types of farming. This primitive farming has many names, that is, it is known by different names, not only in our country but other countries also. हर country में अलग अलग नाम से जाना जाता है. Everywhere it has different names. Like some I had, that is Mexico and Central America, it is called as milpa. Okay, Venezuela it is called as conuco. Brazil it is known as Roca. Central Africa it is known as Masol. Indonesia it is known as Ladakh, and Vietnam it is known as Ray. So these are the different names, okay, for primitive farming, that is in the whole world. In India also different names are there in different states. That is in MP we can say Beware or Dahiya. Okay, in Andhra Pradesh it is said as Podu or Penda. In Odisha it is said as Pamadabi or Koman. Okay, so in this way, that is in Himachal belt it is known as Kheel. So India is also having different names in different states. For this, most important is Juming. Juming it is known as in northeastern region. Yes, सबसे important है Juming जो name. Okay, so I hope clear this primitive farming, all of you. Yes. Now comes intensive farming. Okay, so as the name itself, everything is intense here. The reason for this are, this production is done in the very high populated area, and for this we use more labor. Heavy bulk inputs are there. We do intensive irrigation, as here we are not depend on natural rainfall. Okay, and these all are done. Why these all are done? As in our country right to inheritance is there. That is, so a land which a family is having, slowly what happens, that is generation after generation it is minimizing, कम होते जाता है as the population is increasing. Okay, now because of right to inheritance, farmers are having small land and profit should also be there. Land छोटा है, profit भी चाहिए. So this intensive farming is done. Understood? So if you say that primitive subsistence farming and intensive subsistence farming, that is the, what is the difference between, if you say primitive and intensive, is in primitive what happened, that is in this farming is practiced on small patches of land in primitive. Okay, and in intensive it is practiced on, that is farming is practiced on bigger land holdings. Clear? Again in primitive what tools used are also primitive, that is old, we are using it tools for agriculture. But in intensive, modern inputs are used like fertilizers, HYV seeds, etc. Okay, these all are modern. Then in primitive what happens, farmers depends on natural fertility and natural rainfall, that is for natural things. But here in intensive what happens, no dependence is there. Irrigation facilities like tube wells, canals, etc. it is used there. Okay, in primitive what happened, land productivity is low as we are doing naturally, सब कुछ हम naturally कर रहे हैं. But here land productivity is high because we are using modern inputs, fertilizers, insecticides. Yes, okay. So and it happens that as we are using all these modern input, the stage will come when all the fertility comes to an end. ऐसा भी होता है कि ज़्यादा modern inputs हम use करते हैं, तो at that time what happened, the fertility is reducing also. Okay, so I hope clear all of you, intensive and primitive. Difference also I had given you. Okay, that difference I think it is not given in your book, NCERT book. I think I'll give you afterwards, primitive and intensive substance difference also. Okay, this is also an important questions for board point of view. Okay, so I hope clear this much. Now next come beta, it is commercial farming. Okay, so commercial farming, what is commercial farming? We can say that commercial farming it is used for commercial purpose, that is an agriculture farming which is practiced on a very big or large land, large scale with modern technologies, which is mostly for profit, to increase profit. Okay, that is commercial. Like what are the features? It is a large land holding, use of high level of input we are using here, then high yielding variety of seeds, that is some seeds gives us more fruit, some seeds gives us less fruit, that is we get more output. Okay, next comes good irrigation facilities. Obviously we need profit, so irrigation must be good, and we all know that the land is also very large. Use of chemical fertilizers, insecticides, pesticides, as I said, here we don't want that our crops what to say खराब हो जाए, हमको नहीं चाहिए कि हमारा crops खराब हो जाए. So we use fertilizers, pesticides, etc. to make profit. And one thing I want to tell you, that the demerit for this is that the natural fertility of the soil will be lost after 2 years, or after 1 year, or after 2.5 years, because of these chemical fertilizers. Okay, clear all of you? Now comes plantation. That is in plantation is also a very important topic from your examination point of view. Many questions many times came from this topic, plantation agriculture. Actually, what is plantation agriculture? That is a kind of agriculture which produces raw materials for various agro based industries. That is, as in agriculture, secondary and tertiary sector is dependent. So plantation or agriculture specifically make raw materials for various different industries, and here only single crop is grown, and that also in a very large scale. Okay, usually as we want what happens, cheap labor. Everybody wants cheap labor and more profit. Profit ज़्यादा होना चाहिए पर लेबर कम रखना है. So we employ what, migrant labor, so that we give to them less wages and we earn more profit. Migrant laborers means वो लोग less wages में भी काम करने को मान जाते हैं. Okay, so we have to give them less wages but the profit will be more, and for that what happened, capital intensive is also there. That is पैसे ज़्यादा लगते हैं इसमें, and everything is technologically done. That is the reason why capital is needed for this. Okay, clear? Now our criteria is that we want that our goods should reach to the industries. Yes, and to reach there what we need? Transport facility. We need transport facility, we need communication facilities. Yes, then rubber, sugarcane, banana are some of the example of plantation agriculture. Okay, one single crop. That is tea in Assam. Assam only tea is there. Coffee in Karnataka. Okay, now comes cropping pattern. Okay, in India mainly two types of cropping patterns are there, Kharif and Rabi. Okay, and one more is there, that is Zaid. Okay, now cropping pattern means environmental differences that give rise to different cropping season. Okay, like first we will start with Rabi crops. So Rabi crops, what to say, we can say that we should love Rabi crops as we love winter season. Okay, ऐसे में क्या याद रहेगा, Rabi crops, winter season. Okay, that is we start growing these crops in winter, that is in the month of October to November. That is seeds are sown during this time, उगाते हैं. Okay, and then harvesting, that is harvest comes late in summer, that is in the month of April to June. Okay, and also crops grown in it are, what are the crops which are grown in it? That is wheat, barley, peas, gram, mustard. Okay, and grown in the areas of where these are grown, that is in the areas of Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand and UP. That is, we can say that North India, we find Rabi crops more in North India. Okay, as we know that in 50s and 60s India had invested in green revolution, because we want that our country should be self-sufficient in case of crops, especially Rabi crops. Okay, so Rabi crops got more profit due to green revolution. So here one demerit is also there, that is the profit of green revolution was not uniform. Okay, the states like Punjab, Haryana, Western UP, okay, parts of Rajasthan got more profit comparatively to other states. Okay, so what we can say, that success of Rabi crops, okay, that is this western temperate cyclone. Okay, it depends on the retreating monsoon of winter, success of Rabi crops. Okay, clear all of you? Now comes Kharif crops. Kharif crops means where Rabi crops end, Kharif crops starts. That is, Rabi crops end in June, harvesting. Okay, so here seeds are sown in monsoon, that is May to July, and harvested in September to October. And the crops grown are rice, maize, jawar, bajra, moong, udad, cotton, jute, soyabean. Okay, and it grows in northwest areas of our country, that is Assam, West Bengal, coastal region of Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, etc. Okay, so this is all about Rabi crops and Kharif crops. Okay, a small description. So I hope everybody clear till here. So beta go through the these topics once again. Okay, the next part I'll give you in the next video. Thank you so much. God bless you all.